Alright, in this video we're going to review test 3 on factoring in complex numbers. And the first question that we had on this test was negative 2i, the square root of negative 18, I raised to the 27th. And you had to simplify this, and it was a multiple choice question. The first thing is this can't be simplified any further, so it stays as negative 2i. This can be simplified. We can take out the negative sign. And then you need to realize that you can simplify this because this is 9 times 2. So you can pull out that 9 as a 3. So you have 3i radical 2. And this, you got to simplify the exponent. 4 times 6 is 24. And 5 and 6, 27. So 6.75. And the 0.75 I1, this is 0.25, 0.50, 0.75. That means this is negative I. Right, so the negative sign and the negative sign, they cancel. And you'll have 2 times 3. Let me put it all together. You have negative 2i, 3i radical 2. I, they cancel. 3 times 2 is 6. So you have 6 radical 2, I to the third, because you got 3 i's. And I to the third is negative 1, so it's negative 6 radical 2. And that means the answer choice is letter A. This was this next question, and it was also multiple choice. And the main thing here to realize is this is a sum and this is a minus sign, so you need to distribute that negative sign. So this really becomes plus 2 minus 3i. And then you just have to combine the like terms. 7 plus 2 is 9, minus 3 is 6. 4 minus 5 is negative 1, minus 3 is minus 4i. Alright, and if you look at the test, the answer choice would be letter D. The next question you had to factor, and the first thing to note is that this is a difference of squares, and this is 4x squared minus 1 squared. So then you write 4x squared plus 1 times 4x squared minus 1. But then this one is also a difference of squares. So then you have to write it as 2x plus 1, 2x minus 1. And this would be the final answer. You can't factor this because that's a plus sign. Oh, and the letter choice would be A. The letter choice was A on this test. Right, this question wanted to know which one is not a factor. Well, to find out what's not a factor, first you have to factor. So what can we pull? We can pull a 2 and an x. So you pull out the 2x, and you got x cubed minus 125. And then you realize that this is a difference of cubes. And you factor it as such. X squared plus 5x. Right, because when it's a sum, when it's a difference like this, right, you get a plus b times a squared minus ab plus b squared. I lied. Plus, and this one's minus. Minus, plus, plus, and this one's plus 25. Alright, so what is a factor? 2x is a factor, x minus 5 is a factor, x squared plus 5x plus 25 is a factor. And when you look at the test, the answer is B on this one because it says x squared minus 5x plus 25. This is not one of these. So this one is not a factor. Wait a minute. Can you see that on the screen? Yep, you can see that on the screen. Alright, number 6. And you know, me going over this test, I'm assuming that you watch the instructional videos to review all this stuff and all these formulas. Okay? This is a cube and this is a cube. What do I mean? This one was 3a that got cubed. And this one is 2b squared that got cubed. How do I know from B6? Well, because it takes b squared times b squared times b squared to give me b to the 6. So this is essentially b squared cubed. See? Take the 6, divide it by 3, and you get 2. B squared is the base. Okay? Now I have to write the formula, and I don't know why I have to keep on writing the formula. You should have it already memorized at this point. The formula is going to be 3a plus 2b squared. And then the first one squared, so that's 9a squared. This is a plus, so this has to be a minus. These two multiplied, 3 times 2 is 6. A and b squared. And then this one squared, so that'll be 4b to the 4th. Okay? That would be the answer. Number 7 is 3x cubed minus 12x squared plus 21xy. Yes, this is 3 terms, but no, this is not ax squared plus bx plus c. This has no variables, and this one does. This one is a degree 1. Remember, this is degree 0, degree 1, degree 2. This does not fit this mold, so this is not one of those trinomials. So all you can do here is pull out a greatest common factor, and we have a 3 in common, and we have x's in common. Okay? So 3x is what we can pull. And you know, you can do it on the side. 3x cubed divided by 3x is x squared. Negative 12x squared divided by 3x is negative 4x. And 21xy divided by 3x is 7y. That would be the answer. Number 8. This is a degree 0, degree 1, degree 2. So this is one of those trinomials. This is case 1 because the leading coefficient is a 1. So we need two numbers that multiply to negative 20 and add to negative 1, the middle term. So that would be minus 5 times 4, minus 5 plus 4. So x minus 5, x plus 4. Okay, that's the answer. The next one is number 9. 200 a cubed b squared minus 98a. And it looks like we can pull a 2 and an a. So 2a will have 100a squared b squared. Alright, minus 49. This is a perfect square and it's a perfect square because these numbers are divisible by 2. So this would be 10ab minus 7, 10ab plus 7. Alright, so that would be the answer. Number 10 is x squared plus 3x minus 108. Once again, degree 0, degree 1, degree 2. So this is one of those cases. Is it case 1 or case 2? It's case 1 because the leading coefficient is a 1. So we need two numbers that multiply to 108 and add up to 3. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Hold on, let me get my calculator. Alright, so then a lot of you are asking, well, how do I do this? Well, I mean, I already know it's not going to work, but essentially what you do in the calculator is you do this. 108 divided by 2, 54. Well, 54 and 2 is not going to give you 3, so scratch that. 108 divided by 3 gives you 36. 36 and 3 is not going to give you 3, so scratch that. 108 divided by 4 gives you 27. 27 and 4 is not going to get you 3, so scratch that. 108 divided by 5, nope. 108 divided by 6 gives you 18. 18 and 6 is going to give you 2. 18 minus 6 is 2. Not a 3, but it looks like you're getting closer. 108 divided by 7, nope. 108 divided by 8, nope. 108 divided by 9. 108 divided by 9 gives you 12. Well, one of these has to be negative and one of them has to be positive for this to happen, right? So 12 minus 9 is 3. So the 9 has to be negative. So this is 12 times a negative 9 gives you negative 108. 12 plus a negative 9 gives you the positive 3. So then you'll have, because this is case 1, remember the leading coefficient is 1, you're done. So this is x plus 12 times x minus 9. Okay. Next one. And I'm going fast because I have to answer all the questions. Feel free to rewind and watch again a particular solution. Is that 10? Yeah. 11. 6ps plus 4pt minus 3s squared minus 2st. Alright, we said when you had 4 terms that you were going to use factoring by grouping. Alright, so we want to check this out. And we can pull out a 2 and a p, and we'll have a 3s. 2 times 3 is 6, ps. Plus 2 times 2 is the 4. We have the p and I need a t. And what do I have to pull from here to be left with a 3s, 2t? Apparently a negative s, because that gives me 3s, right? That's negative 3s squared. And plus a 2t. The negative would make this negative, and then that's the 2, the s, and the t. So what's the answer? The answer is 3s plus 2t, right, because that repeats itself. And then the leftover is 2p minus s. That would be that. Number 12 is 12x squared minus 11x minus 5. This is case 2. So 12 times negative 5 is negative 60. I need two numbers that multiply to negative 60 and add up to negative 11. So that's negative 15 times 4. That gives me negative 60, and when I add these, I get 11. But this is case 2, so that means this term has to be written as negative 15x plus 4x, right? You're going to use these numbers to expand the middle term. So this becomes 12x squared minus 15x plus 4x minus 5. Now you're going to use factoring by grouping. Plot of 3x. We got 4x minus 5. It is already 4x minus 5. Right, so we pretend we pull out a 1. And so what's the answer? The answer is 4x minus 5, right? That repeats. And then 3x plus 1. That was 12. 13. Alright, so this one you have to simplify one at a time. This is already simplified. This one you gotta take the 34 and divide it by 4. 4 goes into 34 8 times, and you got 2 left over, so 0.5. And remember, I1, 0.5 is this one, so this becomes a negative 1. This, we pull out the I, but 28 is 7 times 4. The 4 comes out as a 2. So you have 5i times negative 1 times 2i radical 7. 5 times negative 1 is negative 5, times 2 is negative 10. I and I is I squared. Is it still on camera? Yep, yes it is. But I squared is also a negative 1, right? So it cancels out this negative sign, so you have 10 radical 7. That's the answer for this problem. Alright, in the next problem we have and the main thing here is you got to distribute this negative sign. So we have minus 1 minus 4i plus 3 plus I minus 5 plus 2i. Right? And you distribute the negative sign, that changes. And so this becomes negative 3. Right? Negative 6 plus 3 is negative 3. And this is 3 minus I. Yeah, negative 4 plus 3 is negative 1. There's your answer. Combine all the real parts and all the imaginary parts. Oh, my arm hurts. 3 plus 5i. Alright, this is multiplication, so you have to FOIL. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 5i is 25i. Negative 2i times 3 is negative 6i. And negative 2i times 5i is negative 10i squared. Middle terms combine. 19. And this becomes a negative 1, right? So that negative sign becomes positive. So this is 25 plus 19i. That would be the answer. And the last one is 2 minus 3i over minus 1 plus 5i. Oop, I. Alright, the main thing here is you have to get rid of the denominator by multiplying by the conjugate. The conjugate changes the middle sign. So it's minus 1 minus 5i minus 1 minus 5i. And you have to multiply the numerators and the denominators. Alright, so 2 minus 3i. Right, distribute the 2. 2 times this is negative 2. 2 times that is negative 10i. Distribute the negative 3. Negative 3 times 1. Negative 1 is positive 3i. Negative 3, negative 5 is positive 15i squared. Combine the middle terms. Minus 2 minus 7i plus 15i squared. Oh, wait. This is negative, so this is minus 15. So this is minus 17 minus 7i, right? This is the top portion. And to the bottom portion. Now the thing about the bottom is because they're conjugates, we can multiply the real parts. You get a 1. And multiply the imaginary parts, and we get minus 25i squared. I squared turns this into a plus sign. And we get a 26. So the answer is minus 17 minus 7i over 26. Yay! Alright, that was test 3, factoring in complex numbers.